Welcome, mommies, daddies, nannies, and grannies. I'm Miss Jen, and I'm here to help you potty train your toddler. In this video today, we're going to talk about the common mistakes that we're making when we're trying to potty train a toddler. I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you'll get updates and notifications when I post new videos. Some thumbs up are always nice. You might already know this, but I have been a nanny and a child caregiver for over 39 years. That's a lot of potty training. So I'm here to help you with all the tips and tricks that I know that I've learned through the years, and I'm here to share them with you today. Let's dive right in and get started. Okay, mommies and daddies and nannies and grannies and caregivers and teachers and preschool aides and helpers. Let's talk about the mistakes that we make when we're trying to potty train a toddler. I know we're all doing our best. Some of you are doing this for the very first time and you have no idea what you're doing. You have no clue. That's okay. This is all new to you. And some of you have done this already with your kids or with other people's children or as a nanny or a caregiver. But perhaps you're struggling with a specific kiddo, or you're not quite sure the technique that you're using is working properly. You're just not quite getting the message across to this toddler. Maybe you have a specific toddler that you're working with that's just taking a little bit longer to catch on. That's okay. Every kiddo goes at their own pace. We can't rush the process. We can help them, we can guide them along, but we cannot force the issue and we can't make them learn something. They have to be willing and open and ready. So that pretty much brings me to our first mistake when we're potty training a toddler is rushing it or pushing it or forcing it or not waiting until that child is ready. You might have already seen my video called How to Know When It's Time to Potty Train Your Toddler. How to know when you're ready. How to know when your toddler is ready. For a full, complete list of signs of readiness, make sure you check out that video. It's all in there. If we start the potty training process too soon or too early or too young, it might not catch on. Your child might not take to it as quickly and it might just completely backfire. They might completely resist. They might regress, potty training regression. They might just avoid potty training altogether, avoid toileting, and maybe even get very upset. So if we push it or force it, or if we're being too stressed out about it, if we have a deadline or a goal in mind, or we're trying to meet a certain milestone or birth date by the age of 2 or by the age of 3, we might just be putting too much pressure on ourselves. Therefore, your toddler will feel that pressure too, and then they'll get stressed out. So we don't want to start too young. And we don't want to rush things. We don't want to pressure our toddler and we don't want to make them feel stressed. We want them to feel happy and excited about the process. This is a new rite of passage for them. It's a new milestone in their life. And we want them to feel excited. We have to come up with ideas and things to try to make them feel like it's fun. It's an exciting event. It's something new. They enjoy it. We make silly songs. We have prizes and rewards and incentives, and we make it fun. Have a potty party picnic on the floor. Open up a big sheet or a blanket on your floor and just play with your toys and your dolls and the potty and let them explore the potty and become comfortable with it. Let them climb on it, to turn around and sit down on it, not standing on it, not on their feet. And invite some of their stuffed animals. Maybe they have a favorite teddy bear or a doll or a stuffed toy. Invite that stuffed animal to sit on that little small toddler potty and have a little potty party picnic, a little pee-pee poo-poo party. On the floor, on a picnic blanket, in the middle of their playroom or their play areas, and just let them become comfortable with their potty and what they're about to learn. Another little mistake that we make sometimes is assuming that our toddler is not ready. I can't tell you how many of my mommy clients in my consulting business tell me, oh, I just don't think my son is ready yet. Oh, my daughter's not ready for potty training yet. She's too young. She's 3. I'm sorry, 3? Your child is ready. Your child is beyond ready. Unless your child has delays of some sort or special needs or developmental issues, most toddlers are ready to potty train by the time they're 2 years old. That's a great time to start. So one of the mistakes that I feel we make during the potty training process is saying that our child just isn't ready yet. We give it a try for a week, we try it for 4 days, we try the 3-day method or the 4-day method, the weekend method. We've tried bare bottom, we've tried certain techniques, and it's just not working, and we give up and we say, oh, my kid's just not ready. It's probably not the case. It's probably you that's not ready, and that's okay. If you're not ready and you don't feel equipped for this or geared up for this or prepared for this, then that makes sense. But don't hinder your child's potty training development and learning this important life skill because you don't feel ready. Get ready. Start reading books. Start getting on the internet. Start watching my YouTube videos. I have a ton of videos that are very helpful with valuable tips and information about how to potty train, how to start potty training, how to nighttime potty training, boys versus girls. I cover it all. So you have no excuse. Get on it as soon as you feel like you're ready. Stay in it. Keep going. There are times when it is appropriate to put a halt or a pause on the potty training process, and that is due to illness. If you are sick or if your child is sick. I mean an illness like a cold or a flu or a stomach bug or diarrhea or something that's definitely going to affect toileting and using the bathroom and diapers and messes. Pregnancy is definitely a hindrance, but it doesn't need to be. If you can start the potty training process during the pregnancy when you still have a good level of energy and you're not fatigued or completely morning sickness all the time and sleeping all the time and low energy, give your toddler a chance. I actually feel like it might be worth it to start the potty training for your toddler while you're pregnant so that they are potty trained and out of diapers by the time baby number 2 arrives. Then you don't have 2 babies in diapers, 2 sets of diapers to change. You have a toddler who's fairly independent and can do their own toileting while you're taking care of the newborn. But don't let a pregnancy stop you from potty training. Timing is everything, but if you've got the energy and you feel like you could do it in a couple of months, give it a couple of months. That's probably all it's going to take. One of the mistakes that we make in potty training our toddlers is not providing the correct, proper toilet or potty for them. I personally have always had the best luck with using a small toddler potty on the floor. I say this in all of my videos, and it's kind of one of my most important points that I make, because I honestly feel and have experienced if a toddler doesn't have the right, proper, comfortable potty for them to learn this process, they're going to be scared, they're going to be intimidated, and they're going to hesitate. They're going to avoid using the toilet because they're afraid of it. Some kiddos actually prefer the large, regular, adult-sized toilet for their pottying because they've seen their mommy and their daddy or their older siblings using a big toilet. If this is the case, you still need to make sure you have a step stool or a ladder for them to climb on. They do have those ladder combo, seat combos that they can climb up independently, but they still need your assistance, especially in the beginning when they're only 2 years old. They're little tiny short legs. They shouldn't be climbing on these ladders. They shouldn't even be stepping up on a step stool, in my opinion. You will have to lift them up onto the toilet, and you'll probably need to hold on to them while they're learning this process because their tiny little hiney doesn't fit on the big adult toilet bowl, and there is a risk of them falling in the water. I definitely would recommend getting one of those seat rings, the potty toppers, the potty seats that go on top of the toilet. It will shrink the size of the toilet so that their little tiny hiney will fit more comfortably and not be just hanging over this big gaping bowl of water. So make sure that you're getting an insert ring for the toilet so that they have a place that's more comfortable for their teeny tiny hiney. But again, my favorite is the small plastic toddler potty on the floor, and I have a million reasons for that. I talk about that in some of my videos, but I want to bring up this point in this specific video because I feel it is one of the common mistakes that we make during the potty training process, is not providing a small toddler potty. This potty is going to be the most convenient for you because you're not going to have to always bring your child into the bathroom, lift them up onto the toilet, stand there and wait with them, possibly even holding them, letting them hang on to your neck or holding on to you while they go potty. They're going to have to come into the kitchen and find you or wherever you are to say, Mommy, I need to go to the bathroom, I need to go potty. And then you have to get up and leave what you're doing to assist them and carry them and lift them and put them up on top of the toilet. There's just so many things that using the large toilet will delay and discourage. If they have a small potty, it's on the floor, it's accessible to them immediately. They can get on it and turn around and sit down on it at any time. I personally like to have the small potty wherever the child is. So if they're playing in the playroom, bring the small potty out there and have it in the playroom. If you would prefer for them to be in the kitchen with you while you're making the meals and cooking dinner, you can bring the little small potty into the kitchen and hang out, and your toddler's right there near you, and you can keep an eye on them, especially during their time of day where they might have to have a BM, and you want to make sure you're staying on top of it, and you have an eye on your child the whole time. So bringing that small potty from room to room, hallway to hallway, wherever your child is playing, playroom, TV room, the den, the kitchen, it's always accessible to them. They don't need to ask you to use the potty, they just hop on. This sets them up for successes, which will lead to more successes, which means fewer accidents. But it also gives your toddler a sense of independence. They can use the potty whenever they need to. It's not a life skill that they have to go ask for permission or ask someone for help. I need your help toileting. I need your help to put me on the potty. I need you to lift me up and put me on the toilet. They just go by themselves. They just get on the little potty and go pee-pee. or poo-poo. Having that small toddler potty right next to them in the play areas and wherever they're playing and hanging out is going to be a visual cue for them. They're going to see it out of the corner of their eye, and they're going to know, okay, my potty's there if I need it. This also helps with the timing of their bladder urges. Toddlers that are just starting out with potty training don't have very much notice. They don't know how much time they have between bladder urges and getting over to the toilet on time before the pee-pee comes out and they have an accident. So having a potty close by is going to help make that journey shorter. They don't have to walk down the hallway and walk to the bathroom and walk into the restroom and get into there and take their pants off and then climb up on the ladder and they're taking off the pants. The potty's right here. That's another reason why I like the bare bottom method, the no underpants method in the beginning, because they don't even have to worry about undressing and unsnapping and worrying about getting their pants down in time before the pee-pee starts coming out and having an accident. That brings me to my next point, not dressing your child in the proper clothing for potty training. We want easy access, no zippers, no snappers, no buttons, no flaps, no belts, no buckles. We need to have something that's elastic waist, that's easy to whip down and up and down, quick. First of all, it's just for quick, immediate access so that it's easy for them, it's quick for them, they're not struggling and doing the pee-pee dance and trying to unsnap and unbuckle their pants and then the pee-pee starts to come out and they're gonna have an accident. If we can have them dressed in something that's elastic waist or pull down and they don't have to worry about undoing something or unbuckling or unsnapping something, this will set them up for success. The longer your toddler has to stand there and struggle with being unsnapped or unbuttoned or unbuckled, whether it's themselves or by mommy or daddy or whoever's potty training, even at school, the longer they stand there and have to wait for that part of the process, the more likely they're gonna have an accident and pee right there, inches away from the toilet. How frustrating is that? Poor little thing. So not using the right clothing and not dressing your child in the easy on and off, quick change outfits is one of the big mistakes that we make when we're potty training our toddlers. You can do this with a little bit of patience, some compassion, and a lot of love. I'm Miss Jen. Thanks for joining Nanny Knowledge with Miss Jen. Don't forget to subscribe and maybe give me a thumbs up.